Okay, now we're on to the Albert Brooks written and directed classic, Defending Your Life. Albert Brooks is a writer-director who would come out with a movie ever so often. And similar to like a Woody Allen, he would star in the movie himself. I think all of his movies starred him as a neurotic type character, a flawed character on a quest of self-discovery of some kind, and bumbling through life, and just all of his various neuroses and complaints and nervousness. All of that stuff is looped in. Defending Your Life is my favorite Albert Brooks film. I haven't seen all of his movies, but the ones that I've seen, I like them. I like them fine. Defending Your Life, I love. It was one of those movies that was always on cable. It was always on TV, wherever it would be, HBO, whatever it would be. And I would always catch it, sometimes in the middle, sometimes the end, sometimes I'd watch it all the way through. I just got to know the film so much. I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. I'd never seen a movie like that tackle the afterlife in such a way. It's a court film. It's kind of a court movie. That the whole movie, he's on trial for his soul. Where his soul's going to go. Is it going to go back? And is it going to be reincarnated? Or is it going to go on? Is it going to go up? How much has he learned? Fear is a big part of this film. Him conquering fear. When you're in the courtroom, which is really, it kind of has more of a conference room look to it. It's very small, or an interrogation room. It has more of a feel like that. He's kind of in a chair that automatically swivels back and forth. And when he's swiveling towards the big screen in the film, like it's a screening room, he's forced to watch clips from his life. Clips in which he messes up, doesn't act when he should, doesn't follow his desires based on being afraid. It's not the most flattering clips, because you have the prosecutor and the defender, the one who's defending him, who obviously is trying to get him to go up and to be promoted of sort in a way, and then you have the prosecutor who's trying to prove that no, this guy's not ready yet. He needs to go back. He needs to learn so much more. He needs a do-over. And Albert Brooks doesn't want to go back. He would rather do well, and that is what doing well in this scenario means. It means going to heaven. It's never said. It's never called heaven. It's like a melding, this film. It's like there's a focus on the past lives aspect and the reincarnation meld with the Christianity of moving on to heaven, because it is kind of portrayed in a bright light kind of way. They're all in these white robes. This movie, so there's that aspect, and a lot of that is funny. It's funny, it's dramatic, because that's the thing about Albert Brooks. He kind of blends, he's good at blending the drama with the comedy. But he never loses the comedy. It is through and through a comedy. This is actually a romantic comedy, because another big part of the film is the romance between him and Meryl Streep, who is also on trial for her life. But she is upright in the way that he is slanted, in the way that he is a fuck-up. She's heroic, and she's perfect, and does everything right, except for the way that she dies, as she confesses that she's pissed off that she was a good swimmer and she tripped, hit her head outside the pool, and rolls into the pool and drowns, and how much that annoys her. But everything else in her life, from saving people from burning buildings to all of her accomplishments, the fact that she's fearless, the fact that she just goes after what she wants, and she doesn't seem to let anything hold her back. She's just this like bright, free spirit, and he falls in love with her. He's just in awe of her. He loves her, but he's also envious of her. He's like, man, if I could only be that. And in this way, they're opposites. I think it's part of the attraction there. And through the course of the movie, it's looking like he's not doing too good in his trial. He's probably going to be sent back, but she is most definitely going to ascend. And this movie is very much about that, and where it goes is it's just captivating, and it's entertaining through and through. One of the most memorable parts of the movie's plot is it exists in a world. It's called Judgment City. It's kind of a not a limbo. It's like not a purgatory. It's like a midway state. It's like a rest stop almost. It's a bunch of hotels and restaurants. and you're on trial, and you're just staying in the hotel and waiting for the decision in your trial to be delivered. And all the while, you're just eating. You're eating. You're going to comedy shows. You're doing fun touristy things like seeing who you were in a past life, things like that. But one of the best parts of Judgment City is you could eat. It has like the best food in the world. It tastes the best. Everything that you order, it's the best version of it that you've ordered. You know, everything from like pasta to cheesecake. It doesn't matter. And literally anything you say, I want this, it's on the menu. They'll bring it out to you. And it's like, this is it. This is the best. And, but you can eat as much of it as you want and never gain a pound. It's like all guilt-free, but real guilt-free. And you're not gaining any weight because your body's not really there. So there's that, but your taste buds are still in full effect and you're just having a great time. So a lot of people are just taking advantage of this fact, but even in this aspect, which is another funny thing about the movie, he's playing it safe. He doesn't want to overeat. Like Meryl Streep is stuffing her face, but this guy, he's offered by the waiter he's going to bring him 9 pies, and he goes, I don't want 9 pies. That's ridiculous, you know. But most people are indulging in 9 pies. They're in plates and plates and bowls full of their favorite food. But not this guy, because this guy's acting as if he's still the same scared old human who died in a car accident back on Earth. This movie is brilliant in so many ways. One of my favorite things about the movie, also, I'll say before I judge this film officially in the ranking aspect, is the score is amazing. Oh man, I love this movie score. Off the top of my head, I can't remember who the composer is. Maybe I can put the name right there. I can't remember the name. Every aspect of it, it's epic and it's sweeping. It's romantic. It's perfect for a comedy because it's like whimsical as well, and it's just like one of my favorite. I always I'll never forget it, and it pops in my head every now and then. It was like na, 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 na. Da, na, 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 da, 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 da. That's the whimsical part. Da, 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 na, na, na. And it has like all these different levels to it. And I think he wrote maybe like a few themes that just repeat in various different forms throughout the film, but so catchy, and it elevates the material. And by the time it reaches the end, that exciting set piece at the end, it's like a race against time. It is so exciting, and it just really lifts everything up, and in a way that a good score should. This movie is one of my favorite movies of all time. I'm not even going to hide it. I know it probably sounds that way. Because it is that way. This is one of my favorite films. So it is without a doubt in my mind a classic. Defending your life. Classic.
Feeling good, feeling great. In fact, I've never been to little good. Beautiful day, such a change this pleasant weather.